Hi guys, we're back. We're going to do another update on our 100 years of Pontiac Rebel Monogram 85 Fiero GT build that we got going on. We got lots of progress to show you. We're just about finished with it, but not quite. We still got a little more work to do, but we'll show you where we're at right now. Let's see, we'll start here. It's hard to remember from what I had in the last video, so we'll just kind of go over everything. On our engine bay chassis, we got that built up. We used some leftover wire ends from our Morgan distributors to build a 6-cylinder distributor and plug wires for this one. I always save those little extra tail ends because you never know when they're going to be able to use them again. So we got that there. I think in the last video we talked about how the instructions on the suspension, front suspension, are messed up, but how to do it properly. We got that done. We got our cradles all in. This is basically finished, the chassis, except for having wheels on it. We got our muffler and catalytic converter and exhaust tips and all that's all in there, ready to roll. Our axles are in there, the whole works, so that's ready to roll. Next up we have our interior. Again, I think we don't think we had it together permanently in the last video, but that could be wrong. We'll go over it anyway. We used the kit decals to do the gauges on the dash panel and the instrument clusters and whatnot. We went with the two-tone gray because a lot of these that was kind of the interior color of the mid 80s, was the two-tone gray and or black. 90% of the Pontiac cars had either black or a two-tone gray interior. So we got that done. We did make the seatbelt buckle for that. I still may do the outer seat belt, but you don't really see that once in the car, so we'll see. We may add that, we may not. We'll see when we get there. Get ready to put the body in. Put it in the body. In the body. Speaking of the body, we have it painted and we have it decaled, and we are ready to put wipe it down and then put a clear coat on it. We used let me grab the right stuff. Yep, there's that one, and this one. Yes, there we go. We used the Kaleido Colorworks for the metal paint. We used the titanium alloy as the base color for this paint, and we obviously did a candy green. We used the translucent green from Kaleido, and what we did, rather than use this full strength or just even thinned out, we mixed up a batch of clear and we put this into the clear varnish, and so we did many passes with it. It cuts the intensity down, so you can build up to the color you want and help avoid the streaking or stripes in it. And basically, as I was going through and doing coats, I would add, each time I had a coat, I'd add a little more of this to the clear until we got to where we're at. We put about 10 mils on here, so ended up being probably about 12 coats of the clear / green on there. We pre-masked the rub strip with foil before we painted it, so all I would do is peel the foil off of that to get those out. We got our tail lights done, and then I got to remask this area here because I want it to stay dull, matte finish. I don't want it to be a gloss finish. We got our mirrors on. I'll paint the actual mirror glass with the Fusion Firm after we got it done. But yeah, we got our decals on. We talked about earlier in the earlier videos. We cut up an event there, and so that now that you could see through it, what I did was I made up a pseudo radiator using leftover photo etch parts from my GTO build, and kind of trimmed this and cut it so it replicated that radiator, so that if you see it through the hole, you'll see it looks like the radiator grill. So that's what we got on that. So again, we got all our We got all our decals on, the marker lights all the way around. We put the red stripe on there to go. I thought that would look good with the delineate between the green and the silver. Yeah, it looks real nice. We'll put a license plate on it when we get to the end. So the body of that's ready for clear. Oh, here's the engine cover, trunk, go whatever you want to call it. We got our Fiero GT on there. Drilled out the lock and put a sewing pin head in there and painted that black because those would have been black at that point in time. Yeah, so we've got that's all ready to get clear on it, and then we'll be ready to do assembly on those. In the last video we talked about wheels, and I want to show you these. I've got them done. These are the stock wheels, but I went in and the fins I painted green to match the car, and then we got our Pontiac decals on those, and then the center caps I made green. But so far, every person in the comments of the last video say they like the snowflakes. So unless something changes drastically by the time I get this far, get ready to put the wheels on, it looks like we're doing snowflakes. So that's where we're at on that. So we'll put up a few pictures to show where we're at, a little more detailed pictures, and next time you see this, it will probably be finished. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I hope you like and subscribe. If you haven't tried out the Kaleido Colorworks stuff, man, it's amazing. I'm so happy with it. My plan is at this point is to phase out all my lacquer stuff and go strictly to the Kaleido. I'm getting lacquer quality results without all the stink and the mess and the toxic chemicals. So yeah, if that changes, well, I'll let you know. But as of right now, well, I'm real happy with the Kaleido Colorworks stuff. And I got a new airbrush coming in, which is a Gaahleri airbrush. We'll probably show you that one when we get here, because I want to have a separate airbrush just for using on acrylics, so I don't have to worry about cross-contamination right now between the solvent-based stuff and the acrylic stuff, because right now if I want to switch back and forth, I have to do a complete tear down on the airbrush and clean out and then put it back together, which is okay to do that. Just making sure, because I know I'm playing with fire if I just rinse it out and run some alcohol and some water through it and switch back and forth, I'm playing with fire, that I'm going to get a cross-contamination and have a bad day. So anyway, I'm waffling. Like I said, I'll put some pictures up and say good morning, good evening, good night, depending where you are in the world when you watch this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.